Good morning. Okay, I never know when it's going to connect because sometimes my internet sucks and it says trying to reconnect. Anyway, welcome to the Daily Drive. Y'all, I have been sick over the weekend and I'm almost back to normal. So I'm going to keep this one a little bit short today. Not too short because it's Wednesday and we talk about gratitude on Wednesday. So welcome to the Daily Drive. Again, when y'all hop on, say, hey, my husband and I went to bed way too early last night, which means we woke up super early this morning. We've been up since like 3 o'clock. And so I've been cleaning my house. I mopped the kitchen floor. My husband did some stuff around the house. Like, we've been cleaning up and taking care of the house this morning since we were awake anyway. So that's why I look like a hot mess, y'all. Like, it's possible that I'm gonna go get back in bed and take a nap before I do some other work. Let me not forget to share this today because I forgot to share this the other day. And if you are watching this in my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group, welcome. If you don't know what my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group is, that is just simply a platform where I share some more information with you about unlimiting your thought processes. Good morning, Nicole. I am so glad to see you up and ready and getting ready for school and working on yourself a little bit before you do that. You guys, I'll get to the rest of the business information later, but I get so excited when we get closer to Wednesday. Like Tuesday night, I start thinking about what gratitude things I'm going to talk about, what I'm feeling, what's going on. Like, I just get really excited about it because it starts to bring that energy back into my body. And that's because when you think about gratitude, it literally and physically changes the chemical makeup, the chemistry of your body. It releases the same hormones into your body that are associated with the feelings of bliss, the feelings of joy, the feelings of calm. And so it just overall changes that makeup of your brain. That is why using gratitude and practicing gratitude often, incorporating gratitude into your daily, all throughout the day life is going to help you take control and change those thought processes that you have already created. I'm sorry, I was cleaning and now I feel like all the dust that I just cleaned is like in my eyes and nose. And I was sick and so I just feel like all the dust is here. No, just kidding. It's really in my vacuum because I just got a new vacuum and it is amazing. I am not like a Bissell smokes spokesperson or anything, but I got a Bissell pet vacuum because we got all these pets around here and it's amazing. This rug that's in here, y'all can't see it, but this rug that's in here was like white from all of the pet hair and stuff, and now it's back to black, which is what I wanted when I made this office. Anyway, that's a side note. If you have a lot of pets, the Bissell pet vacuum, it's got an attachment. It's really good. So I was doing cleaning this morning. That's why I look a hot mess. And I was thinking about all of this gratitude and stuff. Again, you guys, when you hop on, say, hey, I see a couple more people have jumped on. But when you think about gratitude and incorporate it into your everyday life, it changes the chemical makeup of your brain. This is why I use gratitude to fall asleep at bedtime, because it helps your body start to feel calm. And so what I was thinking about today is incorporating gratitude in a different way. So this is what I was thinking about this morning. I don't know if you guys have seen the new, I guess it's a reboot, but it's the Mighty Ducks. It's on Disney Plus. It's new. It's called Mighty Ducks Game Changers. And it's got the coach, or I think he was one of the players. No, the coach. I don't even remember. Whatever. It's got the guy from the original one, and he's in it, and it's a series. We started watching it this morning, and I'm going to circle back. I thought it was going to be super cheesy, and it wasn't. But anyway, what I want to talk about as far as gratitude goes today, and y'all, this is why we spend all of Wednesday talking about gratitude, because it's so important to help you take control of your thoughts. And so what I was thinking about this morning when I was laying in bed at like 3 in the morning, we went to bed super early, and so I was wide awake at like 3 o'clock this morning. And so I was laying in bed thinking about what I was going to talk to y'all about on here. And I started to think just about the fact that I am really grateful just for the fact that I can control my thoughts. I started to feel grateful for the fact that I can redirect my thoughts. And so here's how that is helpful. When you start to, incorporate that practice of gratitude, again, it releases those same hormones that are associated with the feelings of bliss and the feelings of joy and the feelings of calm. So when you start to think about the gratitude part and releasing those hormones into your body, and then tying it to the fact, because it is a fact that you can control your thoughts, that you can take charge of what's happening in your life, that you can be grateful for a new perspective. When you add those two together, give yourself the fact of what is happening right now that you can be grateful for, and then release those hormones, that's going to change thought processes that you have already created in your mind. And so that one is going to allow you to take control of your thoughts, because you're thinking about being grateful for the fact that you can take control of your thoughts, being grateful for the fact that you can redirect what's going on, being grateful for the fact that you can create energy, being grateful for the fact that you really can be in control of these things. That changes the thought processes in your mind. Because if you're like me, up until maybe about 2 years ago, when I really got serious about this personal growth journey, I was the victim of my anxiety. Everything was anxiety's fault. If I didn't want to be around people, I would cancel plans, not feeling good. My family even, right? If I was just feeling anxious about whatever, I would just not go. Calling sick to work. I have literally had my mom calling sick to work for me when I lived at home, because I just was having anxiety and didn't know, what it was or how to handle it, right? And so what happened for me is that I was living under this lie that I have anxiety and that's it. That's all it's ever going to be. I'm never going to be able to be in control of it. I'm always going to be a victim of my thoughts. I'm always going to live in this darkness. I'm always, I was a victim of my anxiety. That is what it was. And that's where my thoughts were. That lie was there. And then I allowed that lie to create that rut, that trench in my mind, and stay there for a long time, right? And tell me every single day that anxiety is what it is. I'm going to wake up every day with anxiety. I'm going to feel sick. I'm going to feel sore all the time because I have anxiety. There's nothing I can do about it. And that was it. Until I learned that through gratitude practices and intentional thinking, which are both parts of the daily drive that I'm going to let y'all do on your own today, because again, I'm still kind of getting over this sickness. I'm getting a little energized, and so it's getting hard to breathe. But those are both parts of the daily drive, because when I learned that incorporating gratitude more and incorporating it regularly and incorporating it intentionally, and then intentionally taking control of my thoughts, when I learned that, y'all, everything changed for me. I grew up going to church and being spiritual and doing all of those things and knowing that I'm thankful for things, right? I didn't grow up taking things for granted. I grew up knowing that I'm thankful for the roof over my head, that I am thankful for, the cars that we have in the driveway, whatever. Like, I grew up knowing that I'm thankful for those things, right? But I never understood fully what that can do in my brain until I started on this deep personal growth journey that I've been on for about 2 years now in a deep sense, that's allowed me to unlimit my thoughts and really understand what my purpose is and grow into that purpose and shift my energy. So when I learned that I could take control, it was like game on. Let's figure out how many ways I can be in control and what can I do. And the biggest thing that you can do is incorporate the intentional daily practice of gratitude. So it helps me be in control, to remember and be grateful for the fact that I can be in control, for the fact that I can redirect my thoughts, for the fact that I can create new paths of truth in my mind, right? When I stop and make that my gratitude practice, when I stop and think about the fact that I can be in control of my mind, it then allows me to take control of my mind. So instead of continuing to lay in bed and think about, whatever, and let my mind slip and be anxious and frustrated that I'm not going to get enough sleep, and worry that my husband's not going to, instead of worrying and laying in bed, I just started thinking about being grateful for the fact that I can control my mind, being grateful for the fact that I can redirect my thoughts, being grateful for the fact that I can be grateful for things and I can take control. And it helps me all the time, all throughout the day, to stay in control. And so, I got out of bed. My husband ended up getting up. We went to bed, like I said, at like 8 o'clock last night, so he was awake too. So since 3 o'clock this morning, we've been doing stuff around the house because I just chose to be productive and flip my perspective and use my anxiety in a different way, right? Instead of laying in bed, being sad and stressed and overwhelmed and whatever, I got up and got a lot of stuff done. My kitchen is clean. My living room is clean. Some random stuff around the house that my husband, hasn't really had the time to fit in is done. Like, I don't have to do as much strenuous stuff throughout the rest of the day today because I've already done it and used my anxiety instead of continuing down that rabbit hole of stress. So, circle back to the Mighty Ducks and what got me thinking about this. So we were watching the Mighty Ducks. Oh, yeah. Y'all, I need to go get some water. I should have brought it in here with me. It's getting hard to breathe. But we were watching the Mighty Ducks this morning, okay? And if you just tuned in, say hey. Let me know if you're a Disney fan, if you've got Disney Plus. Obviously, I don't know, maybe it's not obvious from this, but we're Disney fans. We've got Disney everywhere. I haven't hung this guy up yet, but right up above me is where these guys are hanging up. You can probably see my Yoda right here. We've got Disney everywhere. We're Disney fans. Speaking of things I need to clean and hang up. Anyway, we're Disney fans, right? And so this morning, like, we always just look through Disney Plus and Hulu and whatever, see what's new, right? And so my husband's like, I saw this Mighty Ducks thing and I just wanted to see what it was. And so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, they're rebooting Mighty Ducks. Like, if you're an 80s/90s baby, like I was born in the 80s, but I was born in 85. And so really I grew up in the 90s, but 80s, 90s are my jam. If you're an 80s, 90s baby, let me know. But I'm sitting here thinking, oh gosh, Mighty Ducks, like they did the first one and then they tried to do all these other ones and like, this is going to be weird. This is going to be cheesy, right? But we started watching it, we gave it a shot, y'all, and I am in love with it already. Like, it's so good. The cast is good. It's hilarious. We were laughing through the whole thing. Spoiler alert, y'all, if you haven't watched it yet and you want to, maybe fast forward past this part, like, spoiler alerts galore, y'all, but like, it is real life. There's a little boy in it, and his character has two moms. Like, the main character, his mom is a single mom. Like, they haven't talked about his dad much. Like, it's real life. It's what's going on. And they meet all the other hockey moms who, of course, are like buttholes and, whatever. But like, it's real life, right? And what had me thinking about gratitude and just bringing it all back is that they are really focusing in this series on changing the perspective of just how things are done. Because when I was younger and watching the Mighty Ducks, like, yeah, it was like the underdog story, but then it kind of turns into, the hockey league that's like, the elite kids. And so, they kind of end up being a little mean to other kids and whatever. Yeah, I see somebody born in 81, Danielle, y'all. I don't have my glasses on. But, you know, it ends up being, I think, opposite of what they intended the original one to be, right? And so the focus on this new one is just this new perspective of, like, everybody being included. And so, you know, you go through the story of kids getting to play hockey that, you know, have never even been picked for dodgeball in class, you know? And so it's just a really good eye-opener about how life is right now. And so it had me sitting there thinking how awesome it is that we live in a time where we're kind of recognizing some different things. Like, I don't, you know, I'm not into, like, cancel culture, and, like, I don't think it's cool that, like, we're taking things out of Dr. Seuss and, like, that far and whatever. But I think that it's amazing that we live in a time where you're encouraged to chase your dreams. You're encouraged to not fit in with the popular people. Like, you're encouraged to stand alone and do your own thing. And I think what a lot of us come from is a time where we weren't so much encouraged to do our own thing. When I was younger, my parents, of course, have always encouraged us to do our own thing. We were allowed to try sports. We, you know, were in marching band. My sister was in chorus, like all of the things. My parents very much encouraged us. But school-wise, it was like some of the kids are in the show. You know, we were freshmen in high school trying to figure out what college we were going to and what we wanted to do for the rest of our lives. And I had no idea. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life until 2 years ago, y'all, and I'm 36, okay? And so it just had me thinking about the fact that we live in a society now where we can unlimit our thoughts. We can grow into our potential. We have so many platforms that we can use to shine our light, to get our voice out there. But what happens is we remember these experiences that we've been through. We remember the times that maybe we tried to stand up for somebody and it looked a little different. Or we remember the times where, you know, we had to give a speech and, like, we mumbled through it. And so it's hard for us to go live on social media or whatever it is, right? We go back to these old things, these old times that have happened. But y'all, the past and your past experiences are not there to be the blueprint for your future. They are just there to be lessons, to learn, to move on, to try new things, to figure out what you want to do. Like, I have worked in so many places, y'all. I've worked in restaurants, I've worked at amusement parks, I've worked at grocery stores. Like, I have worked in so many places. And what I can tell you is that each place, each experience is a lesson that I now, with the perspective that I have, understand differently than I did at the time of it happening, right? Because at the time of it happening, I was in a totally different mindset. Now that I know that I can fully be in control of that, it's completely different. So watching Mighty Ducks and seeing this, I hate it when people say the word juxtaposition, because, like, it just makes me feel like you're trying to be, like, smart, but it's the word for this. It just gives you this juxtaposition between remembering that we've been through crap, but realizing that we can come out on the other side and do our own thing and grow our own thing. They're starting their own hockey team. Oh, outside of the Mighty Ducks in this show. Sorry, another spoiler alert. They're not on the Mighty Ducks. They start their own hockey team because they got shoved and pushed to the side. So they started their own thing, right? So start your own thing. We live in a time, you have the capability, you have deep down inside of you the potential there to share with the world. There's some kind of light in you that needs to be seen, be put out. And so what it had me thinking about, again, was that we can take our story, we can take our ashes that we've been through, we can take our current thought processes, and we can change them. We can mold them into what we want them to be. I still wake up every single day with anxiety. I still take my 60 milligrams of Cymbalta every single day, and now I have added in Pamprin. Sorry guys that watch me, I've added in Pamprin, which is menstrual medicine, because I read in a uterine fibroid support group that if you just add that in every day, it helps, and it has helped, y'all. It helps with the pain, helps me with the bloating, like all of that. So I still wake up every single day and take my 60 milligrams of Cymbalta and my Pamprin and take control of my mind at the same time, right? My anxiety is a chemical imbalance, and although I know that I can do the work and eventually come off of it, right now is not the time for me. So I'm pro whatever works for you, and I still wake up every day and take my anxiety medicine. Take my anxiety medicine, not take my anxiety. Woo! But I also do all of this other stuff that I talked to you about to stay in control of my anxiety. So when you incorporate the practice of gratitude into your daily life, and again, what is a practice? It's something that you do often, you grow through it, you get better at it, you change, right? It's a practice that you're doing often. If you want to get better at a sport, you're going to go run drills and, build your endurance and all of that. It's a gratitude practice that you are adding into your life every single day, right? And today's challenge, today's reminder, because if you tune into the Daily Drive with me Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, every Wednesday is going to be about gratitude in some type of way, because it is that important to changing your thought processes. Because again, when you think about gratitude, it releases the same hormones into your body that are associated with the feelings of bliss, the feelings of joy, and the feelings of calm. So when you are grateful, in general, you're releasing those hormones into your body. When you're intentionally grateful for the fact that you can take control of your mind, for the fact that you can direct your thoughts, for the fact that you can turn your anxiety into productivity, for the fact that you can feel emotions, you can feel feelings, and still get back in control, right? These are all facts. You can feel emotions. No one is telling you that you have to be hard and not cry and not, feel sad and not feel happy and whatever. You can feel life's emotions and still get back in control, right? So when you practice gratitude often and then intentionally direct that gratitude towards the facts that you can control your thoughts and your mind and your life and create happiness, right? I am grateful that I can redirect my thoughts. I am grateful that I can take control of my mind. I am grateful that I can intentionally maneuver throughout the day. When you make those your gratitude practices, it's going to help you take control. Because when I start remembering, thinking about, and being grateful for the fact that I can redirect my thoughts, what's my next step? It's redirecting my thoughts, because, oh yeah, I can do it and I'm grateful for it. So where am I going now? I'm getting up out of bed and cleaning my house instead of spiraling down the rabbit hole of anxiety, right? So gratitude, 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 gratitude. It literally changes the chemical makeup of your body. So happy Wednesday. I'm going to drop my gratitude silos and the Daily Drive, because again, I'm going to let y'all do that on your own today. I'm going to drop those in the comments, gratitude silos and the Daily Drive. Remember, gratitude literally and physically changes the chemical makeup of your brain and your body. That's why we talk about it so much. So think about gratitude often and intentionally remember and think about the fact that you can control your thoughts and you can stay in control throughout the day. Being grateful for that will help you be in control of it. Remember that it takes 90 seconds to shift energy and emotion in your body and brain in another direction. So that's why we give ourselves full statements. I am grateful for whatever. And you can make the full statements a list. My gratitude journal is a list. My Daily Drive is a list. I am grateful for, I am grateful for, I am grateful for, I am grateful for, and it is giving my body that time to shift, right? And we are grateful that we can change our perspective, right? You can recognize the thoughts that are wrong and then you can change them. Like the Mighty Ducks in the new Mighty Ducks Game Changers, you can recognize the things that you don't like and you can do something about it. You can change your perspective. You can recognize those things and you can change them and move forward. And gratitude is a huge step towards doing that and taking control. So Gratitude Wednesday, remember, always be grateful and be grateful for the facts that you can redirect your thoughts and you can be in control. Y'all, I just wrapped up a 3-day mindset reset that is available on YouTube. It's not public right now, so if you want that, I can send it directly to you. Just let me know. I mentioned in the beginning my Becoming Unlimited Facebook group. You get just a little bit more content about unlimiting your thoughts, plus the daily drives here, and then it's just a community of support. It's free. It's not a sales platform. Let me know if you want to be part of that. If you get anything out of this, let me know. Leave some hearts, some reactions, leave a comment, tag a friend, share the video. It all helps me out. That's all I ask for. Make sure you turn on notifications so you get informed when I go live and you don't miss anything. And remember just to always, always, always be grateful. Find the joy, find the gratitude in all situations, even in the struggles. Challenge yourself to be grateful and to remember and think about the fact that you can be in control of your thoughts. I am grateful that I can redirect my mind. I am grateful that I can control my mind. And it's going to help you control it. So remember to be grateful for it. I didn't put you guys in the joy jar on Monday. I wrote it down, but then I was super sick and forgot. And so my Facebook fam, y'all always go in the joy jar. That's one way that I show gratitude in my life. And I am super grateful for everybody that gets on here and watches, whether you're watching the replay or you watch with me live, whether you leave a comment, whether you're just lurking. I see you and I appreciate you. And so y'all go in the joy jar. I hope everybody has an awesome Wednesday. Remember to incorporate the practice of gratitude into your everyday life and to specifically be grateful for the fact that you can redirect your thoughts and you can change up your perspective at any time. I love y'all so much. And thanks for being here. I will see you soon.